Well, very good morning, everyone. Um, Thank you for joining us. Greetings, warm greetings from the Medical Tourism Association. My name is Charlie Rodriguez. I'm here alongside Taylor Stobie. We're two of the organizers of the World Medical Tourism Congress. The title of today's presentation is Catch the Curve Before It Bends. Let us prepare you for the end of the year 2016 and beyond. Of course, we're here to talk about the World Medical Tourism and Global Healthcare Congress, or the WMTC. The WMTC is by far the largest event in the medical tourism industry. With over 3,000 attendees expected, it's about 5 to 10 times the size of your normal medical tourism conference that you may have attended in other destinations around the world. And with over 100 countries expected to participate in the event, it really truly is the only global medical tourism event in the world. And what we mean by that is if you attend a medical tourism event in Mexico or Moscow or Madrid or Dubai, what you'll experience is a focus on the host or destination country. The WMTC is unique in that it is truly global in nature. With over 100 expert speakers and 140 exhibitors in a truly interactive exhibition hall experience. We're live throughout the conference on social media. We've got bingo games and treasure boxes and all kinds of fun activities and entertainment in the exhibition area to keep you interactive and to enjoy the experience. Through our networking software, we had over 10,000 network meetings scheduled last year. And of course, we've got networking lunches and cocktail receptions and all types of activities going on to give you great networking and business development opportunities. I'd like to share some of the Congress highlights with you. We are organizing executive summits that we'll talk to you a little bit more about in just a minute. You'll be inspired by some of the top industry experts and engaging speakers, unmatched networking opportunities, industry forums, on-site certification, industry trends. This year we're organizing an embassy tour. Of course, the event will be held in Washington, D.C. this year. So what we're doing is we're organizing a tour to some of the different embassies on Embassy Road, like the Philippines and Spain and Greece and others. And we'll be inviting some VIP guests as well as sponsors to participate in that embassy tour, to have an opportunity to connect with the ambassadors and the leaders of those embassies. And our conference is unique in that it is fully integrated with the Employer Healthcare and Benefits Conference, the Corporate Wellness Conference, and some others which we'll share with you in just a moment. A little bit more about the industry executive summits and industry forums. These targeted sessions include presentations from and roundtable discussions with industry thought leaders. You'll discuss strategies, you'll share insights with your peers and key industry leaders. Some of these sessions include the Global Women's Leadership Summit, which year after year is one of the most highly regarded sessions and most popular sessions in the event. The Medical Director Summit, which gathers chief medical officers, top executives from U.S. and international hospitals and insurance companies to network, to share insights. This year's Medical Director Summit is being sponsored by the Joint Commission. If you are a chief medical officer or a top executive at a hospital or insurance company and you feel that you meet the profile for attending to the Medical Director Summit, please contact me directly after this webcast, and we'll be happy to send you an invitation again if you meet that profile. We're also organizing a European Summit, a Global Ministerial Roundtable. Again, if you represent a healthcare ministry or a tourism ministry or a government agency and you feel that you may meet the profile of attendee for the Ministerial Roundtable, please contact us after the presentation today as well. We'll have a MENA GCC Summit, mentioned the embassy tour, and several regional forums such as the Africa Forum, the Asian Forum, the Caribbean Forum, and much more. What these industry forums and executive summits do is they gather a certain profile of attendee and give our sponsors an opportunity to connect directly with your target audience. So if you're interested in meeting and connecting with healthcare providers or key industry players from Africa or the Caribbean or one of these other summits or forums, this would be a great opportunity for you to consider a sponsorship of one of these forums. So who visits what is the attendee profile of the WMTC? The best way to build your business is to meet face-to-face with those who can provide you with business development opportunities. So if you're interested in meeting with top international hospitals or insurance companies, medical tourism facilitation companies, human resource professionals, travel agents, physicians, government organizations, employers, air ambulance companies, consultants, insurance brokers, TPAs, tourism boards. This is the attendee profile of our event. And of course, we're talking about key decision makers and top decision makers and executives from these types of organizations. And if this is your target audience, then the World Medical Tourism Conference is the one event in the year that you do not want to miss. Again, not only because we bring in these attendees, but we bring in these attendees from over 90 to 100 countries. And we'd like to share with you, of course, what some of our past sponsors and attendees have had to say about the event. Tracy Simmons, which is the president of Custom Assurance Placements. This is a medical tourism insurance complications firm. What she had to say about our event in Orlando last year is that trying to operate on a worldwide scale, there's not a feasible way to travel every place that you need to travel to. It's so nice to have everybody in one spot that you can meet and network with. I am constantly surprised with the new players in the industry and being able to come to this event and network with them. We've had some winners here, meeting with people who have a true interest in the industry, and we've met with people from countries that we would never been able to meet with had we have not come to this event. Now, Tracy has been coming to the event for several years now, and a testimonial like this from Tracy is really meaningful because what this says is that year after year, she's able to connect with new players from the industry that she had not met and really would not be able to meet had she not come to our event. I'd like to share with you some of the keynote speakers. Of course, we have over 100 speakers at the event this year, but some of the top speakers that we've welcomed this year and we attract year after year are folks like Arianna Huffington, who will be one of our keynotes this year. And of course, Arianna is the president and editor-in-chief of the Huffington Post. She'll be representing the National Sleep Foundation this year. Nate Boyer, an NFL player with a very interesting life story. We'll be talking about the Waterboys program and some of his other life events. Dr. J.D. Pope, the senior medical officer of NASA, will be speaking at the event this year, and as will Michael Jacobs, Senior Director of Health and Wellness for the Walmart Company. The WMTC has the most comprehensive and robust VIP buyers program in the industry by far. Each year we identify hundreds of qualified buyers of healthcare from around the globe, and we really roll out the red carpet for these buyers of healthcare. Many are offered free registrations or discount registrations, hotel rooms, and airfare also to bring in these very important VIP buyers to attend the conference and to network with our sponsors and attendees. Here is a profile of who the buyers are. They're government officials, whether it be ministries of health, health attaches from around the world, international executives from international insurance companies and assistance companies, U.S. and multinational employers, particularly self-funded employers who are interested in implementing medical tourism as a way to contain costs and to provide quality options for their employees, referring physicians and hospitals, facilitators, and other insurance professionals, are some of the VIP hosted buyers at the event. And we wanted to give you a little bit of a flavor for the different geographical regions and the profile of the attendees. So again, we've got buyers from Africa who are responsible for sending thousands of patients overseas. We'll be bringing in some of the top buyers from the Middle East, including the Ministry of Health from Saudi Arabia, the Oman and Qatar insurance companies, Saudi Aramco, and many others. Some top buyers from Asia and the China market, as well as Russia and the CIS, Europe and the USA and Latin America and the Caribbean. Again, this is just a small sampling of some of the VIP buyers that will be attending the event this year. And just to take that a little bit further and give you some real examples of some of the networking opportunities for those of you out there who want to connect with buyers and really want to increase your flow of international patients. The WMTC will provide you an opportunity to tap into markets where you may currently not have a footprint and they may not currently be on your radar. And some of these examples are a Russian facilitator who may be sending 50 or more patients overseas for care, an African facilitator sending 4,000 patients a year to India and hundreds more to the Middle East. Saudi Arabian partner sending patients for complex procedures to the U.S. and other countries. And these are real examples, folks. An Iraqi facilitator, a Dubai insurance company, Chinese facilitators sending thousands of patients overseas, and many, many more who are not qualified to be buyers at the WMTC. And the reason we put this slide in there is because we've attended other events around the world, and we've heard from others who have attended, events, whether it be in Dubai or in Russia or in Mexico or other parts of the world, where these qualified buyers of healthcare, in many cases, turn out to be consultants or those who are trying to sell their services, technology providers, solicitors, and pretenders who are just new to the industry and are not really actively sending patients overseas. We have a committee that overlooks all of the applications, and they must demonstrate to us that they are actively sending patients overseas. Some of the international insurance companies that will be attending the event this year as well. And we mentioned earlier the full integration with the Employer Healthcare and Benefits Conference and some of the other partners. The reason that this is important, ladies and gentlemen, is because in addition to being a medical tourism event, the largest medical tourism event in the world, we've also integrated with the Employer Healthcare and Benefits Conference, which attracts U.S. and multinational employers, insurance companies, third-party administrators, agents, and brokers, and many of whom are interested in expanding their networks of providers and learning more about options abroad. The Corporate Wellness Conference is another huge event. Corporate wellness, of course, is being implemented by governments and corporations all over the world. So these experts and professionals that are attending our event will provide you an opportunity that you won't see at any other medical tourism event in the world to connect with some of these professionals who may be interested in increasing their network of providers and helping you to increase your flow of international patients. And of course, if you represent a destination, a tourism board from the Philippines or Korea or Latin America, many of these that attend our event and support the conference as well. You may be interested in connecting with the attendees of the International Luxury and Hotel Association. So again, wonderful networking events. It's not just a medical tourism event. It's a well-rounded international event for healthcare, for corporate wellness, for insurance, and luxury travel. I'd like to introduce now my colleague Taylor Stovey, who's been standing by to talk to you about some of the different agenda events, the educational events, and he's got some important tips about networking as well. Taylor?
Yes. All right. Hello, everyone, and thank you to Charlie, and thank you for everyone who is tuning in from around the world to this webcast. I'm So I'm going to start with the recently reported Visa and Oxford Economics report that came out, which valued the medical tourism industry at $439 billion with a projected growth rate of 25% year over year for the next 10 years, which is really, staggering numbers. Our CEO, Jonathan Edelheit, will be giving a special webcast on Tuesday, August 16th, that's this upcoming Tuesday, that is going to really dig into that report, dig into those numbers, and try to translate what that all really means for us in the industry. Now, the medical tourism industry has been working or has been growing at a really exponential rate, and we've created the Medical Tourism Index as a way to quantify some of that information. The Medical Tourism Index is from a destination standpoint, is U.S. perspectives of outbound destinations. So we surveyed many people in the industry with 34 indicators and 5,000 individuals surveyed. So here's a little taste of what you can find in the Medical Tourism Index. Again, that's available on medicaltourismassociation.com. Some of the specific factors you'll see here is that of those surveyed, 48% were male, 52% were female. There's various, criteria that are looked at with destinations, as in the safety of the destination, the health care that's available, the quality of doctors, etc. So if you want to, purchase that report and see the details, I would, highly recommend it because you can use that information to make, strategic business decisions. But moving on to the conference coming up in September, there's some ways to maximize your opportunities, and if you will be attending, I will highly recommend that you take advantage of those. Two of those opportunities are becoming a sponsor if you have not already, either having an exhibit booth, having a speech at the show, or various other opportunities like sponsoring the registration area, the Wi-Fi. Charlie will get into some of those specific details a little later. I'm going to talk to you now about the networking software. This is something we're really proud of at the MTA because this networking software allows you to take full advantage of your time at the Congress. As you know, there's people coming from 90 to 100 different countries to this show, and you're, even if you have meetings from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., you're still going to miss some people. So I want you to take full advantage of this networking software. It's opening soon. It's opening on this upcoming Monday, August 15th, and everyone that's registered as an attendee or a sponsor will be receiving an automated email that day with instructions to register. So as a sponsor, you can create a virtual booth and build up your brand in that networking platform. I'd encourage you to upload photos, testimonials, videos, any marketing material that you deem relevant to the medical tourism audience. For attendees, you're going to want to build your profile. It's not much different than building, say, a Facebook or a LinkedIn profile. You're going to want to share that relevant information for the audience that Charlie described earlier for that attendee profile. And MTA members, of course, you can showcase your MTA membership. So those of you who are MTA members can connect with one another at the show. So the step one is going to be logging in and building your profile, like I mentioned. You can set up your picture, which I'd highly recommend, so people can recognize you when they do show up in the networking lounge or at your booth. You're also going to then afterwards, you're going to want to segment your audience. Now, depending on what company you're with, is highly dependent on who you're going to want to meet with. So you can segment your target audience right there on the networking software, whether that be hospitals, insurance companies, medical travel facilitators, governments, and many more. So that's important for those of you who have a very specific target market. Now you're going to want to connect. Step 3 is connecting and scheduling your meeting. So you can send requests that are comparable to, say, a friend request or a LinkedIn connection, which you'll connect and set up a time to meet. So this software is great because you can set up your meetings for the entire day, the entire time you're at the show, and really plan your agenda. And that also includes planning which sessions you're going to be attending. So that way you don't have any meetings that slip through the cracks, so to say. So step 4 is once you connect, once you schedule your meetings, you're going to meet face-to-face, maybe exchange business cards, exchange marketing materials, And yeah, the two places that we recommend you setting your meetings for is if you're a sponsor, you can do it at the exhibit booth. And there's also a networking lounge this year. It's going to be a very state-of-the-art area where we are going to be able to meet in a very comfortable environment and discuss the business opportunities. So the networking platform has a personalized conference calendar. I would really recommend you schedule quite a few events ahead of time. That way you can really take advantage of the event. Like I said before, it's 3 days long, and if you're really stay focused and committed, you can plan for dozens of meetings a day and walk away with a lot of business opportunities. So there's no shutdown period, and that means that during the event, the platform stays open. So you can use your smartphone, you can connect with meetings that day, or you can even print out your schedule and take it with you if you prefer the physical paper. The networking platform, like I said, it says it's open. It's now open on Monday, August 15th. So for those of you who are registered, expect to see an email that day. So you're engaged in the software, your profile's ready. Now what do you do? So I've said you want to identify your networking goals. Who is your target audience at the Congress? How many one-on-one meetings would you like to schedule? The desired amount of contacts you'd like to make, as well as projected outcomes and success. So it's great to set goals so you can measure your success after the event. So what I really, really recommend is meeting with your team, setting up your target audience, making a plan for who's going to meet with who, what type of deals would you like to, agreements you would like to create. I even recommend bringing MOUs or contract agreements to the Congress. We love hearing success stories of firms that are meeting with other governments, insurance companies, hospitals, signing agreements at the show. And bringing that pen, bringing your contract, and really, this is the time to do it. This is when you're face-to-face. So, I'd highly recommend that. Strategizing your action plan, checking in on social media, letting the world know that you're there. Maybe someone missed you on the social networking, but they happen to check LinkedIn or Twitter or Facebook that day and say, oh, wow, I didn't know, this insurance company, this provider is going to be there, and now, I might reach out to them. So design your marketing collateral. That's really important, and customizing your agenda. As many of you who have been to the show in the past know, and for maybe those who have never been, we do our Certified Medical Tourism Professional course live at the event on the final day, which is Wednesday, September 28th. At the CMTP course, you're going to learn an introduction to medical tourism facilitation, importance of patient experience, integrating medical tourism into your business plan, and really all of the specific details that go into facilitating patient movement from one country to another. Now, these are best practices. These courses are taught by industry professionals, people that the MTA has identified as leaders and experts in the industry who have a lot of knowledge to pass on. And I don't want to underestimate the networking opportunities of being in a room of about 100 other professionals who are going to be taking that course and having the same kind of questions as you. So we've seen beginners take this course. We've also seen medical directors from large organizations take this course. So it really is a great event for you to look into. You'll learn there's transparency in the industry of what's going on, some of the latest trends. This course is updated every year, so it's not, it's material that is very relevant to what's going on today in the industry. There's also continuing education opportunities that are available for those who do receive the certification, and you do have access to, resources that we provide to our certified members, and that is a membership, an individual membership for everyone who gets certified. So if you do take the course, pass the exam, you are now a certified medical tourism professional. You can put that on your business card, on your website. It's a great way to promote your expertise. And then again, the networking in that room during the course is really excellent. So the benefits of certification are, offering a high level of service to the client, to the employer, to the patient, learning best practices in international patient management, adding new niche certification to your business, to your portfolio, setting yourself apart from the competition by showing your commitment to the industry. What you receive when you receive the CMTP certification is 3 years of individual membership to the MTA, which, like I said before, provides great resources for your business. access to continuing education, gaining credibility, and offering a higher level of knowledge and service. Now, I'm going to pass the webcast back to Charlie, and he's going to go on to explain some of the top sponsorship opportunities this year, which you might want to take advantage of. Here you go, Charlie.
Thanks, Taylor. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot stress enough how important some of the topics that Taylor mentioned, and in particular, to really, now is the time to implement your strategy for success at the event. Many of you coming from around the world. I'm looking at the participant list here this morning. We've got folks from India, we've got folks from Italy, we've got folks from Brazil, we've got folks from Asia, from all over the world that are on the webcast today. And you will have first of all, if you haven't registered for the conference yet, don't wait another day. That networking software will launch on Monday. By Monday, you should be ready to go. You should have your profile up there. And if if you see someone on there from Beijing or from New York that you want to connect with, you want to send those invitations out there early. So you want to get your profile up there. You want to get all of your information up there. And again, so those folks can find you as well. Don't wait till the last minute. With 3,000 people at the event, the time flies. Many of the folks that come to the event are planning in advance, so they may already have 20 or 30 or 50 appointments already set up. So if you're waiting until the last minute to start to network or to make some of these appointments, it might be too late by the time September 25th rolls around. So again, if you haven't registered yet, do so today so that you'll be on that platform right away and you can start networking. And again, sit down with your team and develop that strategy. And of course, if you haven't made your commitment to a sponsorship yet, whether it be an exhibition or some other type of sponsorship, please contact us in the coming days because there still is time for you to have that greater presence at the event. And some of the top sponsorship opportunities that I want to share with you that are still available are you may be a co-sponsor of the Congress Wi-Fi. What a great branding opportunity to have over 3,000 attendees see your logo and information and recognize you for sponsoring the Wi-Fi every time they check their emails or they log on to the system. You can sponsor one of the executive summits. Now, some of the summits and forums already are sponsored, but there is still an opportunity to sponsor some of those forums or summits. So check with us after the event. If there's a particular region or target that you want to focus on, and your organization would like to consider sponsoring one of those summits, please contact us right away. Hosting a private or networking event, a luncheon or a breakfast or a cocktail, again, where we take care of all of the logistics and all of the details of inviting. You give us your wish list. We'll send out the invitations. We'll send out the reminders. We'll take care of all of the planning. All you do is show up and present your services and your products. Sponsoring the networking software is one of the best sponsorship opportunities of the event. Every time someone makes a meeting, logs onto their software to check their event, their agenda, they'll see your logo there and they'll recognize you as the sponsor of the networking software. And with the software going live in just a few days and being live for over 3 months, this is not just a sponsorship branding opportunity for 3 days of the conference. It really is 90 days of branding internationally of your organization. There are still a few speaking opportunities that we have held back for sponsors on expert panels. So if you would like to share your insights and be recognized as a thought leader, that is still available. Exhibition space is very limited in the exhibition hall. Right now we're about 90% filled up, but if you still haven't reserved your booth space, contact us right away about exhibiting. And there are some special branding opportunities that are available, such as signage in the exhibition hall and some other great branding opportunities that we'd love to have an opportunity to share with you and speak to you about in more detail. Here's what one of our past sponsors had to say. David Miller, past president of the Terra Global Alliance, who sponsored our ministerial summit back in 2015, I believe it was, and had to say the MTA's annual Medical Tourism and Global Healthcare Congress is an incredible opportunity for companies like Nuterra and Nuterra Global Alliance. Connection and networking will always be the greatest value with the MTA. But now we're even learning that they're a valuable patient referral source. When patients interested in medical exchange don't know where to start, it's easy to find the Medical Tourism Association and start there. In addition, MTA has access to independent medical tourism facilitators, and this is really the most valuable conduit of information and opportunity we could ask for. Now, I'd like to share with you a medical tourism market overview. We've already spoken about the traditional, who the traditional medical tourism buyers are in the market: governments, ministries, employers and facilitators, and insurance companies. But what we've observed at the Medical Tourism Association is that as destinations move into the medical tourism space and develop programs, international programs, they have been seeking international experts. So when countries like China or the United Arab Emirates or countries in Latin America, Europe, or other parts of Asia start to develop their international programs and invest millions and even billions of dollars in new healthcare systems and new hospitals and medical tourism facilities, as well as new clinics, they look for international experts to help train physicians, to help them to build capacity. They need support with developing new clinical programs or improving their existing clinical programs. And these are great opportunities, not only for teaching institutions, but for entrepreneurs, physician entrepreneurs, marketing specialists and experts, consultants, and to really penetrate these new markets and new sources of business. And a lot of these emerging markets come to the Medical Tourism Association, and they contact us when they're developing these healthcare systems. There's a $7 billion project currently being developed in China on the island of Hainan. And again, they're seeking outside experts for all kinds of support. And these investors, whether it be government or private investors, will be coming to the conference. And of course, it's a great opportunity, if you're not an MTA member, to engage with the MTA on a year-long basis. Because many times we will organize trade fairs or trade missions to some of these developing markets, and we bring some of our top members with us on some of these opportunities. So again, this is a new and evolving opportunity, and we certainly want to focus on this, and we'll be focused on this in some of our regional forums and executive summits at the event this year. So again, a little bit more detail on who these new buyers are in the market. They're investors, whether it be governments or huge private investment companies, healthcare systems, and new destinations emerging into the market and initiating new medical tourism programs. This market is shifting, and what were traditional providers can now be looked at as buyers. What are some of the events that the MTA has been involved with in the last 12 months? And we like to bring these to your attention because as we expand our footprint globally and as we organize workshops and trade missions and many conferences around the world, of course, this adds to the participation at our global event in Washington, D.C. This year we were active in Malaysia, in Colombia, in Vienna, Bulgaria, Puerto Rico, China, Washington, D.C., just to name a few. And of course, we'll be organizing the largest medical tourism event ever in the Middle East this coming November in Abu Dhabi. Some of the upcoming events that we're planning in the next 12 to 18 months will be in Europe, in Spain, in India, in Mexico, in China, Chile, Los Angeles, Abu Dhabi, Europe, Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, China, and we're actively speaking with other markets and negotiating trade missions and workshops all over the world. So who knows? Maybe your market will be next. And one more testimonial that we'd like to share with you. Gia Riney with the Joint Commission, who will be sponsoring our Medical Director Summit this year, had this to share with us about her experience at the 2015 event in Orlando. We had an amazing time. We had a lot of traffic in our booth from existing customers and potential customers who are really interested in what we have to offer. We're very pleased with the event. I'm really looking forward to going back to the office and reporting that this is an event that we should participate in for years to come. That's Gia Riney, the Associate Director of International Marketing for JCI. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't registered for the conference, please go to the website today, www.medicaltourismcongress.com. Save 20% by using the discount code Catch the Curve. Again, feel free to contact myself or Taylor Stobbe with any questions that you might have. That concludes our presentation for today. We've got a couple of questions from the audience that we'll address real quickly. And we've got Mary wanted to know if, she says she's been in the industry for quite some time. She works at a hospital, and she wants to know if she should consider getting certified at the conference. And Mary, I highly recommend the certification course. I've been in the industry for over 5 years now, and I've taken the workshop twice, and I find it quite beneficial. I'm confident in saying that there's no other workshop or course anywhere in the industry that provides the content or the benefits of the CMTP course. There are 6 modules. It's quite comprehensive. This is version 3.0 that we're presenting this year. So even if you've done it in the past, like I said, I've done it twice, and I found it beneficial to myself both times. So I highly recommend it. You can either do it online if you prefer to, set your own pace, or you can do it in person at the conference, which some people prefer because it's more interactive. You can ask questions. So again, you have both of those choices. Another newcomer to the industry, Bill, wanted to know if it would make sense for him to come to the conference this year because, of the expense, or, to put it off for another year. And Bill, I highly recommend not to put this off. Of course, in any new venture, it's always difficult to decide what events are worthwhile participating in and where to put your dollars when you're starting out. But I highly recommend this event. Don't wait another 12 months. You can advance your career and your company by 6 months or a year in just 3 days with the networking and the connections that you'll have an opportunity to make at this event. I've got a question from Sanjay, wanted to know about the VIP Buyers Program and, what are the qualifications. Sanjay, you can go to the conference website, www.medicaltourismcongress.com, and you can fill out an application, and it will be reviewed by our committee. And just some basic guidelines. If you can demonstrate that you're actively sending patients to more than one destination, in other words, multiple destinations, not just sending patients to, let's say, Turkey or India or the U.S., but if you're sending patients to multiple destinations and you can demonstrate that, and you're working in multiple destinations, sending patients from multiple destinations, we certainly would consider you for a VIP application. If you do not qualify for that application, I certainly would encourage you to attend the event because you'll have an opportunity to increase your network of providers, and so that maybe next year you'll be in a better position as a VIP buyer. And then we have a question from Robert that wanted to know about MTA membership. Of course, the event is organized by the Medical Tourism Association. The MTA is the leader in the medical tourism industry when it comes to education, when it comes to channels of communication, and our network, our members, all enjoy great benefits. There are different levels of membership. Go to medicaltourismassociation.com and you'll be able to see the different categories and figure out what membership makes the most sense for you or for your organization. But our members enjoy visibility on our websites. MedicalTourismCongress.com, MedicalTourismAssociation.com are the most visited websites in the industry. Our members enjoy access to a members-only portal where you can get patient leads. Your membership will drive more traffic to your website by being listed on our portal. Some of our members are invited with us to trade missions and to speak at our events. So again, there are different benefits that are available to you depending on your category of membership. We're out of time. We don't have any more questions that I see out there. Ladies and gentlemen, we look forward to seeing you in Washington, D.C. Again, thank you for joining us from all over the world today. We look forward to seeing you in D.C. and to having a great experience. Bye-bye.